Speak to you today, and I'm going to start off with doing something that my father instilled in me a long time ago, and paying it forward. And I'm going to give a check here to Chris, and hopefully he won't run out the door with it if he does tackle him. He's a large guy, so you have to tackle hard. Let me take this coat off. Get a little bit more informal here for a brief talk. Fellas, some of you will know what I'm talking about with the next statement. Very few of you, but some of you will. Houston, we have a problem. What am I talking about? Oh, I'm talking about officiating. Lack of official. And lack of it. Correct. So, this is not something that started last week. I'm a charter member of Nassau and Referee Magazine because of my birthday, and I've got every copy of Referee ever. Barry Mano started writing, he's the founder, still with him, in the mid-'80s, that there was a problem with officiating in America with numbers in all sports. David, you might remember when you started talking about that. Fast forward 30 years. The late Dennis Hartney, great official, GTOA Hall of Famer, president of GTOA, and smart guy, air traffic controller. I'm glad there were smart people. And he wanted to be outside the box. And I've quoted him several times, and when I give talks like this to various people. It's not just the numbers, although those are good coming in the front door. It's retention. So Dennis took it upon himself. Most of you will remember this. We have about a 10% turnover in GTOA. And by the way, fellas, GTOA is the best local that I've ever been in. 55 years of doing this. California, Alabama, Tennessee, Oklahoma. A lot of locals that I've been in. Best. Smartest and the best. So Dennis says, I'm going to find out why people aren't coming back for their sophomore year. What's going on here? We all understand that things happen in people's lives. That's why they call it life, job, social, whatever. But of 30 people, 26 did not return. Now, if you ran a business like that, you'd be bankrupt real soon. So the smart Dennis Hartney said, I'm going to personally contact every single one of those people somehow and find out, why didn't you come back? What was it? Just because you didn't get to the Jinx Union, so what? Why? We know the answer to that. And that is the Pee Wee games, the sub-varsity games. They didn't sign up for that stuff. So I submit to you, the officiating shortage is not a unique problem. It's an American problem. We have trouble with authority figures in the United States, and it's gotten worse and worse and worse. Yes, COVID had a lot to do with some of the decline, but it started long before COVID-19 pandemic. So what's the solution? I don't like problems unless we have solutions. Well, I don't have all the answers. I don't have very many answers, probably. But one of them is personal passion. You have to have passion for this game. If you don't have passion for this game, you need to go out the door. So, in my book, what is passion? Absolute, thorough understanding of the rules. Here's the guru on that. If you don't believe that, call in on a Wednesday night and get entertained. Because it is entertaining. And I sit in the weeds a lot of times, Ethan, but you know I'm there, usually. You gotta know the rules. The rules give you the confidence to make the tough call and to talk to the coaches and the players and everybody else that's involved, including the guy in the PA. Don't you love it when they give their interpretation of something or editorialize a little bit like, I don't know what they saw that time, and we've all been there with that stuff. But you gotta know the rules. You gotta know them inside out and backwards. Number two, you gotta devote the time to it. If you don't devote the time, you don't get the payoff. It's, you get out of it what you put into it. That sounds familiar, doesn't it, in life in general? And number three, you need a condition. If, in fact, we're having climate change, I'm not a political person today, those September and October games are tough, especially for old guys, like the guy that's talking to you. You better have the conditioning to be in the position, mechanics Ethan, to make the call and don't make it from another zip code. And when the game's on the line in the fourth quarter and that guy's close to the line to game, you better be there to say yes or no. It gives you so much credibility. So those are mine. And let me quickly take you through my calendar, our calendar of passion. So now we're in January, February. It's cold. We got to go out there and work out. Because remember, that's one of the three things. Conditioning. We got to go out there and work out. We got to watch lots of football on TV. Whether it's NFL, playoffs, college bowl games that are left over from December or what. And of course, everybody in the world wants to know our opinion about a call, whatever. Because they know we're officials. And so we have opinions about that. And don't you love the opinions of the play-by-play people? Thank God they have rules experts now, which I thought should have been the case 30 years ago. As much money rides on those games and attention. Don't sit in the booth and because you played somewhere, you know everything about everything. But that's a negative. And try to be not Debbie Downer here. So now we're into March and April. We pay our GTA dues, so we're financially committed to our local organization. We get the rule changes online, wherever. We talk those over with our buddies. We're getting those juices going, even though it's still a ways off. We're getting in the swing. Now we're into May and June. Well, we turn it up a notch higher. We come to camps like this, which is 12 years of this. Speaks for itself. You guys care about it or you wouldn't be here. Wonderful thing. Now we're into July and August. That's really when it goes. I start making my trek for an hour and a half from where I live over here. You talk to people, you talk football in the car, you talk to people at these meetings. The juices are coming to the top. Okay? They're coming. You get your schedule. You go, I've been there before. You play the game in your mind, who they're playing, and you really get going. You go to scrimmages. You put the black and white on for the first time, unless you came to a camp like this, and you're really almost there. Now we have week 0, and it's come. You get in the car to come to the games, and anybody that knows me, I'm a disciple of Don Thomas. I believe in a strong pregame in the car if it's just one other guy. You ask anybody that's ever been with me. That's the way I am. It gets my mind thinking about the game. Because the game's all about the kids, not me, the kids. And then you arrive, you hear the band, you see the people coming in, you smell the popcorn, you hope they save a hamburger for you. See your buddies that maybe you haven't seen for a while, You have a little pregame in the dressing room for those that weren't in the car, and you're ready to get out there. You have the coin toss, you meet the captains, the bands are hitting the fight song at top blast, and here goes the game. Maybe it's a good game, and maybe it's not. Parity, not so much anymore. Why? The game's changed. We all know that. It's a wide open game now. It's pitch and catch. They come to camps and it's 7-on-7. 3 yards in a cloud of dust is like Breedlove, a dinosaur that they're going to put in the Smithsonian. Nobody does that anymore. And if you don't concentrate, guess what? You blow that lovely inadvertent whistle. And anybody that says they haven't ever done one of that, you know that's not true. Come on, don't lie to me, because that's what happens. Okay, we blow through the regular season, we get on the Wednesday night horn with David, we listen to all the comments, David gives his words of wisdom. Now we're into November, December, the cherry on the Sunday, the playoff games, the state championships, the games that we go attend when we don't have a game ourselves. And then the season is over. And we take our equipment, our stripes, and we laundry it, hopefully. We fold it up, and we put it away, waiting on another year. And hopefully that year will come. I love you guys. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to talk to you.